RNA, ribonucleic acid. And here, three things you have to remember in the RNA. RNA is single-stranded. Compared to the DNA, in the RNA, deoxyribosucre instead of that, ribosucre is present, as well as instead of thymine, uracil is present in the RNA. Fine. So majority RNA is single-stranded, but in reovirus, so here few points, S uracil instead of thymine, and ribose pentose sugar. Exception is this: in reovirus, dsRNA present. Actually, you know that plant virus consists ssRNA majority. So tobacco mosaic virus caused the mosaic disease in the tobacco plant. So tobacco mosaic virus consists ssRNA, whereas hepatitis B virus consists dsRNA. Okay. So few exceptions are here. You have to remember in short forms. Fine. Now type of RNA. Genetic RNA or genomic RNA. Genetic RNA or genomic RNA, it means in some virus RNA acts as a genetic material and it transfers information from one generation to next generation. Some viruses are used to transfer the genetic material from one generation to another generation. Here example, reovirus, tobacco mosaic virus, and QB bacteriophage. Actually, bacteriophage is virus, so that the virus which affect the bacteria, known as bacteriophage, we say like that. And in bacteriophage, mostly bacteria are affected, and bacteria will die. Okay, bacteria will die because you know that virus is a venom for poisonous fluid, and it is mostly obligate parasite. It is mostly obligate parasite. So outside of the host organism, it is inactive. Inside the host organism, it becomes active, and it's a connecting link between living and non-living organism. So this is about the genetic RNA or genomic RNA. Second is non-genomic RNA or genetic RNA. Which is mostly of three types: tRNA, rRNA and mRNA. Let us discuss in detail of each and every RNA. First is rRNA. rRNA possesses about 80% portion of the total RNA present inside the cell. It is found on the ribosome and producing nucleolus. It is the most stable RNA. As you know that rRNA provide all the required materials for the formation of the protein. In eukaryotic cells, ATS type RNA is commonly seen. Ribosome. And what is S? Cerebral unit, right? And here ATS type in the two subunits. (60S and 40S). Whereas in prokaryotic cells, 70S type of the ribosome present, and at that place two subunits are there, 50 and 30, whereas here 60, 40 are there. In 60S, subunits are type of the RNA consists the ribosome and consists three different types of the rRNA, 5S, 5.8S and 28S. Whereas in the 40S type, one subunit is there, okay, it is of 18S. So we say that 80S type of the ribosome in the eukaryotic cell, it consists 4 subunits total. Whereas prokaryotic cells, you know, S and 30S, commonly 70S type of the ribosome is seen there. 50S possess two types. (5S) and (23S). Whereas 30S consists only one type, that is 13S. Sorry, 60S. So here we say that total 70S type in that 3 subunits. According to the such subtypes, MCQ will be asked, mark out one out like that. Fine. tRNA. tRNA possess 10 to 15% of the total RNA. What is the full form of the sRNA? Soluble RNA. Small sRNA, that is soluble RNA, is given there, and this tRNA is dissolved in the cytoplasm. So it is known as soluble RNA or known as adapted RNA, and it is the smallest RNA which consists 4S type of the ribosome. Okay, 4S. This is the structure of the tRNA. Here, in tRNA, 4 loops are there. So tRNA is always from 5' to 3' direction. Fine. And on tRNA, 4 loops are there. DHU loop, we will clear this each and every loop. DHU loop, it carry 8 to 12 bases. Variable loop, it is variated according to the different type of the amino acid. T-C loop, it consists 7 bases, and 3' end of the tRNA it carry one code, that is ACC, and this is the acceptor arm, or we say the amino acid binding site. So amino acid is always bind at on the site of the 3' end of the tRNA. At the bottom of it, the loop is there known as recognition loop, or we say that anticodon loop. Anticodon loop. Okay? And it carry 7 bases. So anticodon loop, also known as NODOC. Okay? And as you know that when on the mRNA strand, see, you know that on the mRNA strand, the start code is always methionine. It represents the codon AUG. So 5' AUG to 3', the code is present on the mRNA. So anticode, that is 3' UAC 5'. Can you understand this? On the mRNA strand, you know that each and every protein is synthesized by the methionine, always. All the proteins can be synthesized by methionine. So first is methionine. Protein synthesis is always starts by methionine. Yes, but if in the protein the starting amino acid is methionine, it is attached there, and if methionine is not there, another amino acid is there, so methionine is detached from the protein strand after formation of it, or we say that after termination of the protein synthesis. So on the mRNA strand, 5' AUG, imagine that here 5 mRNA strand, 5' AUG, 3' end is there. So on the tRNA strand on the anticodon loop, 3' UAC 5', and it is complementary to it. Clear? So here anticodon loop is there. Might be 2 mark question is asked in exam, that only draw the diagram of the tRNA. Okay? It is clover leaf model and it appears inverted L shape. Okay? It is clover leaf model, appeared inverted L shape in 3-dimensional view. Here, along with that, at the 5' end here, guanine is there, fine, and here in the 3' end, CCA code is there. So this 5' end is known as N-terminal. Okay? And 3' end, this is known as C-terminal. I hope you know this. In amino acid structure, at the center of that carbon is present. So carbon one side it is connected to the H, one side amino group and another side carboxylic acid group, and below R group is there. And R is variable group. And according to the R group, Lehninger classified the amino acids into 4 groups. Fine. So you know that there are total 20 amino acids. So here on the 5' end, guanine is there. And see, this 5' end is always known as N-terminal, amino terminal. And this 3' end it is also known as C-terminal or carboxyl terminal. So any type of the amino acid is now connected here. So amino group of that amino acid, which is now connected here to the carboxylic part of the 3' end and from the dipeptide bond. See, this tRNA is also the polygon. Fine. So with the help of the peptide bond, the amino acid is attached to the tRNA. Now we are talking about the loops. T size C loop, also known as attachment loop. P-size loop. It is also known as attachment. So you know that during the translation process, you know that small ribosomal subunit is attached. If you have remembered that video. So you know that the gene on the initiator side, the small ribosomal unit first bind to it. tRNA specifically carry the specific amino acid and attached to that region, and then later on the large ribosomal unit is attached there. And anyone can you know that on the large ribosomal unit 3 regions are there? If you have remembered the video, 3 sites are there on the E, P and A. E site is elimination site, from which the uncharged tRNA it is detached from it. Elimination region. Okay, so from which the uncharged tRNA is detached. P site means peptidyl site, whereas here at this region the amino acid bind to the another amino acid and polypeptide chain can be formed there. And A is amino acylation site. Amino acylation site or arrival site means the specific tRNA carry the specific amino acid. So please remember, any specific amino acid is bind to the tRNA, that is known as acylated tRNA. And this procedure is known as acylation. Okay? So specific amino acid bind to the tRNA is known as acylation, and amino acyled tRNA that is now arrived at the region of the A site. So small and large ribosomal unit combinedly move towards the 3' end at one codon. Remember that never use the word cod. Okay, so suppose on the ribosomal side AUG code is there, so after entry of the methionine on the specific site, the small and large ribosomal unit move one codon. It releases the AUG, miss the one point, and then it gets shifted to the next codon. Okay, so in this way elongation occurs. If you have remember the video. Recognition site or anticodon loop. As I have already explained you, the codon which is present on the mRNA, anticodon of this codon is carried on the anticodon loop of the tRNA. So you know that on the mRNA strand codon is there. So that codon is sequentially read by the tRNA, and that codon's anticodon can be carried on the anticodon loop of the tRNA in the sequential manner. Fine. So this is known as recognition site, okay, or anticodon site. DHU loop. DHU loop, it is also known as amino acid synthetase recognition site. Specific amino acid is activated, and then this specific amino acid is only connected to the 3' end of the specific tRNA and attached to it. So specific amino acid recognition and then attachment on the 3' end of the tRNA, this reaction is carried out by DHU loop. Fine. So this is about the whole tRNA information. Now the third point, mRNA. mRNA. 1 to 5% of total cells RNA. Okay. Here it is discovered by Jacob and Monod named scientist. See, actually regulation of gene expression, the topic 6.8, it is skipped from the textbook, fine. And in the lab operon experiment is given there. Lab operon that is performed by the two scientists Jacob and Monod on the E. coli bacteria. mRNA, it is least stable RNA, which is synthesized in the nucleus on the DNA strand. mRNA carry the course. Now I am using the word course. mRNA using the course. These are anticoats which are present on the DNA strand. Okay, and it carries genetic information in the triplet forms, in the form of codons for the formation of the protein strand. And after translation process, specific protein is synthesized on the mRNA strand. mRNA is degraded. Okay, otherwise what happened, that with the help of this mRNA, another protein is synthesized which is unnecessary. But sometimes what happened, if the same type of the protein it is synthesized simultaneously, if same type of the protein or same type of the enzyme recurrently it is required there, so this mRNA remains as it is in the cytoplasm and form the multiple copies of the protein strand. And as you know that after translation process what happened, that from the free ribosomal units or free ribosomes which are present in the cytoplasm, and some ribosomes are associated with the endoplasmic reticulum, you know. Then that's why endoplasmic reticulum is of two types, smooth and rough one. So rough endoplasmic reticulum, this indicates that ribosomes are present on it, and from these ribosomes which are associated with the endoplasmic reticulum, along with that the ribosomes which are free in the cytoplasm, from that the protein molecules are moved towards the Golgi body, modification occurred, and this Golgi body, if you know that in the entry of the immature protein from the cis end and to the trans end, and from the trans end the protein is modified and sent into the vesicles, and through these vesicles the modified protein it is released outside of the Golgi body, and from the plasma membrane it is comes outside of the cell, and particular function can be carried out by this. Okay, so this is the different types of the RNA. So here I can stop now. Fine. Remaining thing we will discuss in the